reaching for higher ground. Can't see in front of me, my enemies have tried every possibility. Ability to know if I can bleed. If that's what you wanted, you won't get it tonight. 'Cause I can fly, I can fly, I can
Oh, you make me wanna talk back to you. Say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a
What's up, Skellingtron? Got to paint the basis of these things so that don't know about having that on there though.
Was it the voice? Was it the fire burning in me? All of the noise turned into choirs of harmony.
I could even see the base. It's reflecting it off. Holy Jesus. How many Aspect Warriors did you get? Those are your troops, right? You have quite the variety there. Whew. When you say that's in print, what do you mean? You 3D printing them? Ah. Don't know if this. I mean, you know what I was thinking? It's like at least, you know, with I think with the other races, I don't think GW is gonna make a Primaris, you know, Phoenix Lord or Primaris, you know, Fire Dragons, and then just make your entire range obsolete. I think all of this is going to be the same models, but at least they're maybe just slightly different design or just up to date. Although I would love to see Warp Spiders. Those Warp Spiders seem so interesting to me. Yeah, you know what? You're right. You're right. You're not wrong about that one. I know Eldar has been kind of like begging for a re-release. Well, not re-release, but you know, updated of their models. How long have you been playing 10th edition? kind of have a question if you've been playing for a little bit. I've been meaning to look this up, but I keep forgetting to. So essentially almost all of 10th, huh? Let me ask you, do you know about the rule of fly for jump infantry, for example? So essentially the question is that I have is that so if you have jump infantry that that obviously have the fly. Oh, okay. Well, then this might not help. Have you read the rules on fly? I guess here's a question. Let's just see if you know it. So, for example, you have jump infantry, right? That has a fly keyword. Because how flying works in 10th edition with buildings and such, they technically have to fly over a building. Because they have the fly keyword. But because they're infantry, normally they could just walk through buildings. So could they walk through buildings, or do they have to fly through buildings? Hey, what's up, Francois? Guess I could ask you the same question too, Francois. I don't know how long you've been playing 10th and know the fly keyword. But they have the fly keyword though, Skeletron. And when they have the fly keyword, they have to fly over buildings. Nothing can go through the walls. But what movement speed would they be going at, though? So, Francois, let me just ask you, just in case you didn't quite hear the complete question. So, in 10th edition, when you have the fly keyword, you have to fly over buildings. You know, you can't go through buildings. You have to fly over them. But infantry, jump infantry, have the fly keyword, but they're also considered infantry. So would you still? But the thing is, though, is that the movement is the fly movement, though. It's like if you look at Inceptors and heavy intercessors, they have the same armor. The only difference is that the Inceptors have the fly keyword, which allows them to move more a lot further. So without that fly keyword, they wouldn't have like a 10-inch movement. They'd have a 5-inch movement due to the armor. But because of the fly keyword, exactly, yes, yes. So you guys are saying that even though they have the fly keyword, they can not use the fly but still move their movement. So that to me that's kind of weird. Because that's the only way you get your, your movement. The keyword is much like. So they can pick and choose which rule to use? So I guess this I definitely still want to look up in the rule book whether you can quote unquote turn off that rule. But then my situation now becomes, because I have a feeling I know what you guys are going to say, but it's kind of weird. Like if this person has anti-fly, can you turn off the fly keyword? Because it's not favorable for you at that point. My troops flying? What? No, no, no. We decided to go against fly. We're just going to walk 12 inches. But I still definitely want to look the rules up for myself. Because, I mean, I get it. It makes sense to some degree. Like, I think it'd be much better if, for example, you can turn off the fly, but you have the walk. Okay, with Skeletron, you said you get to choose which one you're going to use. The problem is, again, for me right there, if you're choosing what favors you, I'll quickly address Skeletron, then you should lose your movement, because that is what gives you the 12 or the 10 or 12-inch movement is the fly. It's like you can't say, well, I'm going to walk this and still retain the fly movement. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of, that's the reason why I'm conflicted with that one. It's like, sure, your infantry can move through buildings, but they have to have a non-fly movement. But obviously, GW didn't do that. Okay, let's see, Francois. Just because. No, I get that. I get that. It's just that it's kind of weird that you're able to retain the benefits of the fly keyword without the negatives of the fly keyword. I guess that's the issue. And I get that too. I get that. But it's just the sheer fact that obviously, you know, GW with the ruling is a little bit odd. Just because something seems practical or makes sense, like you said there, Skeletron, that they'll just fly through windows and stuff, doesn't mean that's how the rule always works. It's because it's not. It doesn't hit on twos. Anti-fly doesn't hit on twos. I mean, he could, I guess, depending on which is it? No, anti-fly usually just wounds on two, or wounds on whatever it is. Yeah, I still, do you know, I still just gotta look that up. I have to see for myself. Because that would be pretty interesting. For sure. And it would really make flying infantry, like, very strong. Or good, at least, you know. Like, I think Francois was saying that it makes them better than bikes. Than mounted.
Tell me now, what you gon' do? We can do this face to face. The reckoning is coming real soon. Doesn't matter what you say. Try to tell you this is my moment.
I don't know if you have like if either of you guys know exactly the page of that is, that'll help me a lot. I do have the book. But I'm going to try to search it through the app instead, though. Hopefully I can find it.
Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way through the blood and pain. Game of survival. Anytime or place. Watch 'em run away. I got none. I'll be standing on my own. Never gonna take my throne. I got no rival. Watch 'em run away. I got no, no, no. I got no, no, no rival. I'm getting freaky, yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky on. I'm getting freaky, get it right, get it right. 상관하지 마. I'll be on the top, top killer. I'll be on the top, the top winner. I'll be on the top, top killer. I'll be on the top, 'cause I own it, know it, I'm a red. I'm getting freaky, yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky, freaky on, get that freaky, freaky. I'm getting freaky, get it right, get it right. Get that freaky, freaky on, 신경 끄고 다 같이 freaky, yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky, freaky on.
Let's see.
Get it right, get it right. 상관하지 마.
Primarch. That's so freaking hilarious. Oh, wait. Hold on. Gosh darn it. Oh. Is there anyone that hasn't released Demon? Oh, probably says Demon Primarch instead of Primarch. Imperium Primarch. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, can like freaking Mortarion move through walls because he's a Primarch, but it's probably a Demon Primarch. see. Chaos Demons. Is Thousand Suns released? Let's see. Magnus. Monster, Psyker, Flyer character. Oh, it just says Primarch. Let's see what it says for Girlyman. It says Primarch. Oh, wow. This is assuming it's ruins, because terrain features that aren't ruins you can't go through walls. Oh, what a... Wow, hold on. Runes are... This is assuming it's ruins, because terrain features aren't ruins. Everything is essentially a ruin, is it now? I remember them. Let me see. Guilliman doesn't have Titanic, but Guilliman does have Monster. Let me just add him. Magnus the Red. He has... Nope, doesn't have Titanic or... So, Magnus Red has Monster, Psyker, Fly, Character, Epic, Hero, Demon, Chaos, Zinch, Primarch, Magnus the Red. Stuff for shipping containers and stuff. Oh yeah, that's well, you can't go through them, but you go over them or land on top of them and stuff. You just can't have your base overhanging and stuff like that. I do remember that. So you said Imperium Primarch, but there's no such thing as an Imperium. There's no keyword for Imperium Primarch. So where did you get that movement? Let me see. Did you get that under movement? Barricades, field pies, battle rounds. Reserve ruins movement. That's really weird. See, this is kind of an issue. So I see that you have there in the movement, and it does say Imperium Primarch, but no one has that keyword. No, it's not. It's a single keyword. There's no, so you see infantry and there's no comma there. Imperium and there's no comma there. It's Imperium Primarch, comma. Barisalis call. So infantry period, Imperium Primarch period. I get what they're trying to say, honestly, but that's a big foul up on their part. Yeah, it does. You're right, Skeletron. It needs to have both. And if you look at Girlyman here, so Girlyman only has Primarch, not that's Imperium, comma, and Primarch, comma. Yeah, it is. It is very much so. It is very much a typo. But it's kind of like, I swear to God, man. GW is just terrible at writing these things, man. Come on, you just have to look at their own freaking book and they say, oh look, it says Imperium, comma, Primarch, comma. Yeah, so it's essentially, yeah, it should have been, it probably shouldn't have a comma in there, but it should have Imperium Primarch and then maybe Imperium. That way you differentiate from the Chaos Primarch. Maybe that's what they need to do. Instead of calling them just Primarchs, call them Chaos Primarch or Imperium Primarch. And Primarch on top of all of that. Because why not throw in more keywords in there just in case you need it? No. Imperium Primarch combined. as opposed to Imperium, comma, and then Primarch, comma. That's two separate categories, Skeletron. You have Imperium that can crawl through, and Primarch which can crawl through. Which, by the way, actually, if it has the Imperium keyword, that means they can go through walls. So therefore, tanks with the Imperium keyword can go through walls. Holy smokes! Hold on, wait a minute. Let me go to IG if I have it. Our freaking codex did come out, I'm sure. God dang it! Dang it all the hell! If I can't read their, I can't read their. Well, I guess I go to Space Marines. Oops. Oops. God dang it. Let's see. Whirlwind. So, Whirlwind has the Imperium keyword, so therefore can go through walls. I don't know if it's a comment between Imperium and Primarch. Yes. So, depending on, like we said here, so for this one, they must have the Imperium Primarch keyword to go through walls. No Primarch in the Imperium have the Imperium Primarch keyword together. So are you saying that because there is no comma there, that it must contain both the Imperium and the Primarch keyword? Well, Francois, according to Skeletron, because it doesn't have that comma there, it means both words are required as opposed to Imperium, comma, Primarch. So for Imperium Primarch, it must contain both of them because there's not a comma there. So that's kind of, I say Skeletron, that's kind of an interesting way to interpret that for sure. But I think most people will consider that a single requirement. Whoops. Gosh darn it. Oh. Movement. Can't believe I did that. Let's see. Ruins. So anyways, because that's being one word. Yeah. But I'm in agreement with you mostly, Francois, because that being technically one word, kind of like Belisarius Call, it's not like there's supposed to be a comma there. There's not Belisarius, comma, Call. That's the entirety of the name that gives Belisarius Call the permission to go through walls, much like Imperium Primarch, so that it separates it from the Chaos Primarchs. So technically, I do believe Francois is correct, that it must have Imperium Primarch without the comma there to be right, Skeletron. But obviously, it's meant to be only Imperium Primarchs can go through walls. It's not the keyword that's meant to be there. It's just that if they're an Imperium and they're a Primarch, that they can't go through walls. That's the intent. But the way they did it is wrong. So what they need to do is go back to Yeah. You're right in terms of the intent. Everyone agrees with that. It's just that because of how they wrote it, it's wrong. Because Belisarius Call is two words, like no Primarch can... Exactly. No Primarch can go through walls. Because Belisarius Calls is two words, but you don't see a comma there because it's literally that entire phrase must be there for it to count. If Belisarius Call just has Belisarius on it, not Call, then that call cannot go through walls because it doesn't have Belisarius Call as the keyword. Skeletron, or Francois, and what if you goes to the game and they have a Primarch says you can't go through walls? it doesn't. You don't have the keywords to go through walls and to go look it up. It's like just kind of have a little bit of fun there. Yeah, it's an obvious mistake. I don't know why they don't fix it. Kind of like, again, Roboot Gilliman. Because if they put something that says Roboot only, then this guy can't go through because it's Roboot Gilliman as an entirely one word. So whenever it picks out specific things, it's usually all inclusive. I think, anyways. Ooh, excuse me. See, that guy looks still pretty good. Turn off the autofocus. I like the teeth on this one, the way it turned out. It's almost like a Mad Max. Let's see, there we go. The smile on her face is crazy. And I'm so shaky. I'm trying to... There we go. You can really see that smile on her face. Ooh, boy. I really like that for some odd reason. It's kind of creepy. Then I think I should have done silver on most of their armor instead of gunmetal. I think silver would have looked nicer. I forgot to do the... Well, I don't know if the crotch area is an armor or not. That mask looks pretty nice. Gotta fix up her eyes. I kind of went a little bit over on the left eye, or right eye. That looks kind of cool. I don't know where her eyes are at though. But then again, she's anti-psyker, so I'm guessing she doesn't need her eyes to see. Then her little claw, whatever those things are. This models look really, really cool. Can't wait to finish them up. I really want to do pink. Oh, let me turn autofocus back on. There we go. I really want to do... Good lord. So bright. I want to do light pink on them. On their armor. Like the bra and the panties and stuff. Just make it really stick out. But it doesn't quite look right because that's not how the armor goes. I can see like a little bit of freaking autofocus suck. There we go. I can see like there's definitely like different layers of armor. You can actually see it in the thing. So I really want to get those colored. Just not sure. I want to make it look good, but at the same time I want to be ridiculous with it. I want to go pink. So anyway, that's the end of the music. I intended to stop when the music ended because I got to get up early for a meeting for work. I think these guys are pretty much done now. I had to base coat their base white because it's a snow. Now they are done. Now they'll be removed. I'm not exactly sure what's next. I still do have my kill team of beastmen that I want to paint. I do need to finish up the two guys that I scraped clean so I can finish them off completely. Although I'm still missing one guy, which I gotta frickin' find. I don't know where he went. He ran away. It's one of the guys that's pointing. I'm missing one of him. I don't know where he went. So anyways, I gotta pause right here. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, the sign down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.